Hey everyone, I'm Rob Franek. I'm editor-in-chief here at the Princeton Review. Friends, if 2020 taught us anything, it's that we don't always know during the fall what the spring semester will turn out to be. Let's walk down memory lane together just for a second. When 2020 began, we at the Princeton Review started to create and publish a series of videos about what then were considered major changes to the AP exams. You'll recall it, stuff like AP Biology, seeing a reduction in its multiple choice questions from 69 to 60, the shocking removal of grid-in questions entirely, and the reduction in the number of free response questions from 8 to 6. In retrospect, those changes don't seem quite as tectonic as they once did, given that the entire exam actually turned out to consist of only 2 free response questions, clocking in at a cool 50 minutes, all completely administered online. Friends, the benefits of hindsight abound, of course. So in addition to studying for those AP exams this past spring, you had to adapt to a wildly different format as well. And we're not soothsayers here, my friends. We don't know, of course, what the future holds, but even if the spring of 2021 is as typical a season as there ever was, we still highly recommend that you start prepping for your AP exams on day 1 of your AP courses, and here's why. It'll make you more prepared for the courses themselves, and then much, much more prepared for the AP exams come May, and ready as ever to earn high scores and the potential of college credit. Feel the power, friends. And even if things don't change in the ways, some small, some large, then you'll be ready. So how do you do all of these things that we're describing? Number 1, you start by going into your AP classes with laser-like focus. You need to know what will be tested on those exams, so find out. Go to the College Board's website and look up the exam overview for each and every AP course that you're in. We'll add a link to where you can access that information in full here in our video description. And then get an AP prep book. We highly, of course, recommend our annually updated Princeton Review AP books. They are inexpensive and a spot-on prep resource. In addition, we provide up-to-the-minute information in our online tools section for everyone who buys our books, so you'll always be ready with the latest exam intel. Next, look at your class syllabus and figure out when you'll cover each topic of your exam, and then compare the need-to-know information from your prep book and what you're learning in class at the moment when the material's still fresh in your noggins. Make notes that you can use when you go back for your pre-exam review. If there's anything that you skip over in class, that'll be covered on the exam. Make sure that you add that to your notes. If there are particular references that you're using from your prep book, then add the page numbers to your notes so you'll have those handy when you go back to do your end of the year review. And honestly, for each new topic that you cover in class, do the practice questions in your prep book so that you'll see that content and what it looks like in context of the exam, and then do more practice exam questions as well. Remember that the College Board, the creators of all things AP, makes the previous year's exams available online. The fastest way that you can get to that exam information is to Google the AP subject by name along with the phrase past exam questions. Look for the questions in the topics that you're currently studying and make sure that you're able to tackle them. For more practice, you'll also find mock exams in all of our prep books. Most Princeton Review books will typically have between 2 and 5 practice tests in each. Save at least one of those full-length practice tests and then take that exam time prior to the real exam. For the others, plumb them for the realistic sample questions on the topics that you're covering in class, and look at how the concepts there that you're learning are tested, and make sure that you can tackle those questions specifically. Of course, keep in mind that for a subject like history, the College Board isn't much interested in seeing how you analyze information in ascertaining whether you've memorized every single name or place or date, but knowing when and where historical events happen can help you conduct a sound analysis. So don't worry too much about making sure that you know exactly when an event occurred, and really prioritize understanding the relationships between events and, of course, the revelations that you can draw from sources. Of course, do your practice problems with those priorities top of mind, and you'll get into what we call, for our students, an exam mindset. As your test date approaches, remember to go back and review older concepts first. Refer to your prep book and go over practice questions. Take a full-length timed practice test, and then feel good about the fact that you have been prepping all year and you're ready to tackle any surprises that come your way. And given how many surprises there were in 2020, you're already prepared for the unexpected. Now you can prep for the expected. Finally, after all this, not only will you have put yourself in the best position to excel in the AP exam, you will also have developed study habits that will help you in college and beyond. Planning, organization, review, practice, analysis. Friends, these are skills that are vital for both school and lifelong learning. And the APs are an excellent opportunity to develop those skills. As always, friends, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already for the latest exam updates, as well as study session live streams. Again, Rob Franek, Princeton Review. I'm here with you next time.